As an adoption counselor, you'll be able to help potential adopters find the right pet to fit with their family and decrease the number of animals that are returned to the shelter. You'll also help assist the public in getting dogs out of the kennel and making sure people pay attention to the safety procedures while they are here. In addition, you'll answer questions about SCRAPS and our adoption process. That's a lot to put on one plate or dog dish, but you'll soon see the difference you can make by volunteering here at SCRAPS. Here is what an adoption counselor does in a little bit more detail. As an adoption counselor, you'll need to schedule yourself and post your hours online. When you come in to volunteer at SCRAPS, please let the front desk know you're here. It's very helpful for them to know that there is an adoption counselor in the kennel. Adoption counselor vests are located in the volunteer area and are navy with yellow printed on them. Make sure you wear one while you're here. Take a moment to meet the dogs or cats we currently have in the shelter. All the information you need on an animal should be on the impound or safer sheets, but your interaction is really invaluable. We want our animals to go to the right home, not just any home. Potential adopters will be directed to you for help with adoptions by the front desk and by the greeters. Please familiarize yourself with the facts and question sheets for SCRAPS. You'll be asked a lot of questions. If you don't know the answer to a question, ask the volunteer coordinator. It's alright to say, "I don't know, let me find out." Talk to the potential adopter when they come into the shelter and find out what the person is looking for. Then tell them about a dog or a cat that might be a good fit for them. Here's a couple tips when speaking to a potential adopter. Introduce yourself by name. Make it personal. As a volunteer, you represent SCRAPS. Please represent SCRAPS in a positive way. When discussing a potential adoption at the shelter, give the potential adopter as much information as you can based on the paperwork and your personal experience with that cat or dog. As difficult as it is, stay away from breed stereotypes and personal stories about your pets. Focus on the customer and really try to understand what he or she is looking for so you can help them make the best match. If you have a question or concern about SCRAPS or a policy that we have, please talk to the volunteer coordinator and not the customer coming into the shelter or the front office staff. In order to make a perfect match for the animal, you need to encourage the potential adopter to spend some time with the pet he or she is thinking about adopting before making the decision. For dogs, if there are children in the home or other dogs, it's a good idea to bring them to one of the meet and greet sessions that we offer. We do not recommend bringing cats to the shelter to meet new cats. However, we do have behavior literature that has tips on introducing new pets into the household. When the adopter chooses a cat or a dog, he can leave the animal in its cage or kennel and take the paperwork to the front desk. There, they will be asked for identification, and the staff will put information into the computer. If the animal is already spayed or neutered, an animal services representative will microchip the animal and he or she can go home with their new owners. If the animal is not spayed or neutered, he or she will be scheduled for surgery, usually the next day, and the owner will pick up their new pet at the vet. The animal services representative will tell the new owner where and when to pick up their pet. When the adoption is taking place and an animal service representative is looking up the animal in NetSams, our computer system, a red flag may appear. It could be that the dog is not good with young children and somehow it wasn't listed on the impound sheet, or maybe the owner has just contacted us and is coming in. Whatever the reason, and no matter how disappointed the family may be, please do not make the situation worse by arguing or confronting the front office staff. Our goal is to place the animal in the right home, not just any home, and many situations have legal ramifications you are not aware of. It's really all about teamwork. Ask a question, but not in front of the customer. It's one of our most valued positions. You must understand the results of the SAFER test, signs on the kennel, be able to read and understand the impound sheet, and successfully explain these to the customer. You should be comfortable approaching customers as they enter the kennel and engaging them in conversation about what they're looking for. You must be experienced at taking dogs in and out of the kennels and working with cats. Be knowledgeable about SCRAPS shelter policies and policies for volunteers, as well as the resources available here at SCRAPS, including free training classes and behavioral literature. SCRAPS adoption counselors work directly with our customers and the animals in our care. You will be helping animals find forever homes and families find their new best friends.